All right, solving multi-step equations. Essentially, we're kind of like isolating an x variable. We're trying to find out what the variable stands for. So we're going to read this question, and we're going to draw diagrams and pick out what's important, and then see if we can kind of figure out what the heck's going on. So a family of right-angled triangles has an approximate ratio of 1 to 1.7 to 2. One triangle in this family has a perimeter of 100 centimeters. Find the area of this triangle to the nearest square. Okay, first of all, let's kind of make a, I don't know what we would name this, would be our standard triangle of this family, okay? So that's a good name for it. So we got a right angle triangle. Now this one's proportion, but let's just say that it's not to scale. Our side lengths are 1, 1.7, and 2, okay? And really what it is they said they have a ratio of this. So in other words, we're multiplying by some value of r. So we can find out multiple triangles in this family by putting in an r value of ratio and finding triangles that have the same proportions but a different ratio. For instance, if r was 2, this side length would be 2, this would be 3.4, and this would be 4. Okay, so we'd have like a triangle that's about twice that size. If r was a half, we'd have a much smaller triangle like this. This would be a half, this would be 1.85. No, 0.85. This would be 0.5, and this would be 1. So a much smaller triangle. But all within the family, okay? So they're all similar triangles. They have different side lengths, but all the angles are the exact same. So now that we've kind of set that idea up, okay, we know this is our starting triangle with some ratios to it. We also know that the perimeter of our ratio triangle, so the perimeter would be 1r plus 1.7r plus 2r. I guess I should put the r's in red here. So we need to get a ratio for perimeter. So perimeter is equal to, well, we add all the coefficients together. 1 plus 1.7 is 2.7, plus 2 is 4.7. So our perimeter is equal to 4.7r. Okay? Now, they've told us we have another triangle. Again, it won't be to scale. We'll just give it a different color, though, so we know it's something different. So we have another triangle in this family. Okay? But in this one, they've told us that the perimeter is equal to 100 centimeters. Okay, well, what we need to do is find out what the r value, the ratio is. Okay, so we got to find out what this r value is. Well, since we have a value for perimeter, so p is 100, we can replace the p in this equation with the number 100 to solve. Okay, so we're going to get 100 is equal to, and then we put in this 4.7r, 4.7r. So we need to isolate for the r variable. In order to get r by itself, we divide both sides by 4.7, or in other words, when you bring 4.7 over, you divide 100 by it. Okay. So our r value is going to be, which I think I got a good calculator over here. I do. 100 divide 4.7, I said? Is that what I said? Yeah. Super large number. Let's do a little rounding. Let's round this up to 21.3. Okay. So our r value is 21.3. Okay, so this is important, this r value. I'm going to highlight it in blue here. Okay, because what that means is I can replace each of the r's in these ratios with the value of 21.3 to find out what this triangle's measurements are. Okay, so in other words, what we're doing is we're taking this side, multiplying it by 21.3 to get this side length. Well, this one's a really easy one. 1 times 21.3, 21.3. Okay. This one here, I'm going to have to circumvent to go around. We're multiplying that by 21.3. That one's a little harder. 1.7 times 21.3. Let's see what it is. 1.7 times 21.3. Approximately 36.21. Okay, so this is 36.21. Again, these are in centimeters. That's our unit. Okay, and then finally, this value here, we're multiplying by 21.3 times 2. That should give me 0.642. Okay, 42 centimeters. So now, as you can see, I've created this triangle. That's great. And I'm going to redraw it without all the arrows just so it's a little cleaner looking. Okay, we'll make it a little smaller. Again, it doesn't have to be a scale, but make it a little smaller in black. So 21.3, 42.6, and 36.21. Great. Area of a triangle. So we got to know what that formula is. In the area of a triangle, the area of the triangle is equal to the base times the height divided by 2. Well, in this case, our base is right here, which is the 36.21. And our height is right here because it's a right angle triangle. We don't have to do anything else to find it. We just need the legs of the triangle, they call it, 21.3. So we plug those two values in and divide by 2. So the area of this triangle should be equal to the base is 36.21 times the height, which is 21.3. Then whatever that is divided by 2. And I can probably do that all in one shot here. 36.21 times 21.3, okay? And we'll get that value and divide it by 2, okay? And when we divide it by 2, we get 385.6. So the area of the triangle is 385.6. And if they want to round us to round it, it is 386 approximately centimeters, and because it's area squared. Okay? So there's our process for that question.